Hello and welcome to another episode of the Pete and Fran podcast. As the same as the last couple of weeks, I will of course introduce it after the music as Better Than Robin Hood. But don't worry, it's not the Better Than Robin Hood podcast just yet. It's still the Pete and Fran podcast. So don't panic, don't adjust your set. Everything is fine. Cue the theme music. Hello and welcome to another episode of Better Than Robin Hood. How are you? I am Pete Langhout and you are?
Francis
Langhout, my wife.
Yes.
And of course your favourite movie is
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner.
Don't
get it mixed up with the
not the
Men in Tights.
Many other Robin Hood films that are out. No. So obviously it's my mission as a cinemaphile, as a man in the know, a man with his finger on the pulse of cinema, to discover that movie that is better than Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, because I think you're missing out.
You'll never find it.
Well, I definitely didn't find it this week.
No. As entertaining as this film was.
Yeah, so this week we watched Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell by John Carpenter. And while we had fun,
it was funny at times.
Yes, I'll agree. It's not as good as
a lot of creatures in it.
A lot
Wasn't
of wonderful
expecting
stuff,
that.
But we'll get into that because first things first. Let's be polite. Besides making Batman cake, what have you been up to this week?
Oh yeah, I made a Batman cake, didn't I?
It's awesome. I'm very impressed with the Batman cake.
For a little boy who's 5.
Yeah. Who put the pieces of Lego together?
You did.
Yeah, I helped.
Very, very well, actually.
You could say I did the hard bit.
Yeah.
You agree? The making the Legos.
No.
Harder than making the cake. No.
Making Legos well easy.
It was fun though.
And it wasn't even that well put together because bloody Batman kept falling out the thing, so I didn't
put it on sideways.
Yeah, so I had to.
You didn't tell me you were doing that. I was going to glue him otherwise.
No, it's alright.
But then the little boy you made it for is going to want to get Batman out and play with him.
He said to me, "Can you keep Batman?" And I went, "Yeah, you can keep Batman."
Yeah. He should have said, "Well, my husband does want him, but I suppose you can have him as it's your birthday, little boy."
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've had a very productive week, as always.
Yeah.
Well, it's 4th of July, wasn't it? So I definitely had to go to America and visit some of my celebrity friends. And this week, I thought we'd celebrate the 4th of July, but I took Julia Roberts out to play bowling with me.
Where's my 4th of July?
You were busy making Batman cakes.
I'm working nights.
Yeah, and you had stuff on, so I thought, I'll just do my usual week. So, as always, recorded my conversation.
I wanted to go out with Julia Roberts.
And next time I go out with Julia...
She's so lovely.
She's a lovely woman, and she's a dear, dear friend. I was worried you're going to, like nerd up the joint.
No!
Well, anyway, you get the fun part. You get to listen to me talk to Julia at the bowling alley.
Okay.
So, let's hear that now.
All right.
Julia, so good to see you here at the bowling alley. We're going to have a lot of fun together. It's just, I can't believe it. Can't believe I'm talking to you, Julia Roberts. Not seen you in a long time. This is amazing.
I am so happy to see you.
Likewise. Oh, man. It's nice to be bowling again. I haven't done it in ages. And, I know it's one of the few things in life that you actually enjoy.
This, to me, made my Saturday.
Oh, thanks. That's really nice of you. Anyway, let's ask some questions for the listeners. So, how important do you think gravity is?
It should always be important all the time to everybody.
I could not agree more. I think that's a really insightful comment.
Right?
Yeah, of course. Do you back President Trump's recent call for a tax on gravity, which would pay for his Space Force?
But let's not talk about politics.
Sure, yeah, it's the weekend. So, come on. What's it like being you? I mean, what's the first thing you say when you look in the mirror every morning?
Okay, first of all, can you believe the size of my face?
I mean, it's kind of pronounced, but I don't think it's overly large.
It's like a little china plate.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, you're fucking with me. So you've had a little work done, of course. I mean, How much of that famous face can you credit to your surgeon, Dr. Jefferson III of Jefftown, Illinois?
I give him a lot of credit. Not that I am a different person, but that he has helped me protect my person and keep my person where I want to be.
I mean, okay, yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Anyway, I mean, I feel like we've only skated over size issues, if you will, and the issue of your slightly moon face. Your children are all giants, am I right? I mean, aren't they all over 12 feet tall?
Almost. Henry is 11.
Wow. I mean, so what's that like? What's it like trying to raise 3 giants like that?
It's interesting because it's all so new. The opportunities, the pressures, the resources, having the whole world in your hand like that.
So, as a mother of giants, are you a bit perturbed by President Trump's plans to build a big giant-proof wall across the Mexican border? I mean, surely giants are no threat to the US while your sons are alive.
Yes, I mean, I don't really understand what they need that for right now.
I agree. I totally. Anyway, it was amazing to speak to you, Julia, as ever. I know you're a very busy woman. Good luck with the Giants, and long may they protect your fine country for as many more 4th of Julys as we can enjoy.
I am so happy to see you.
Well, that was me talking to Julia. Very enlightening.
Yeah, she seems a very nice person.
She's a lot of fun, yeah. I must admit, I agree with her concerns about like the giant-proof fence that Donald Trump's building, because her sons protect America from giants.
Do they?
Yeah, and they're still alive. So,
right.
What's Trump up to?
Building a massive wall.
Yeah, but I think what's happened is Donald Trump watched the BFG. And he's really worried about giants now. And that is why he's building the wall.
But not all Mexicans are giants.
No, he's not worried about Mexicans. This is all a smokescreen.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But America's protected from giant
Yeah, but they can fly over walls. BFGs.
Giants can't fly over a wall.
BFGs can.
Yeah, but he's no threat. He's a big friendly giant.
Yeah, but...
Besides, yeah, Julia Roberts' 3 giant sons protect America from giants.
I don't know then.
Yeah. What's Trump up to?
I don't know.
If you have any fan theories
about
what Trump might be up to, let us know.
I watched his speech today.
The one where he said the revolutionary soldiers took over airports.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
And I noticed that he had like glass in front of him. Is that in case anyone pot shots him?
Let's stop him getting wet.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? In front of him? Not above him? Not above him?
He had it above him as well, didn't he?
I don't know.
Oh, that might have just been his teleprompter.
So what, he was like a cube of...
Apparently, yeah, he was sheltered from the rain while everyone else who was watching it was getting rained on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have an umbrella.
If you had Trump's razor thin hair, he wouldn't want to be getting wet.
Oh, yeah, imagine.
Yeah.
He might get wet and fall off.
Yeah.
His flap. His forward flap.
He is a flap.
Or his tango might come off his skin.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't use skinny tan, does he?
Well, no, it looks so unnatural.
He needs to use skinny tan.
Yeah, if I was the president of the United States, surely you can have a tanning bed.
Well, just buy a good fake tan, like skinny tan.
Well, just don't wear fake tan.
He doesn't need to wear fake tan, does he? He's the president.
Yeah, he could fly off to Florida every day and sun himself.
Yeah, why doesn't he?
Spends most of his time playing golf as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck to him. Anyway, that's the first bit of our July the 4th celebration special, because later on there'll be more July the 4th content.
Okay.
So look forward to that, but first let's get down to the meat
the
belt and braces work of Better Than Robin Hood, because I've got to find that movie that's better than Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
You never will.
Yeah, well, I've definitely failed this week, as we said. Big Trouble in Little China.
I think it took me 10 minutes to decide that.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed, but it's still a lot of fun.
I think the trouble is because you've been watching it. You watched this film when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And when you're a kid, everything seems great.
Mm.
And then you grow up a little, and then you watch a film again, and then it's not as good.
I think as well, we've been spoiled in the last 2 weeks. We've had Roadhouse and The Running Man.
Yeah.
Both superior to this. And this film is as old as you. So I'm surprised it was in colour.
What are you trying to
It
say?
was produced in 1986.
What year? What month?
I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, probably about this. Yeah, I imagine this was a summer movie because for some bizarre reason they decided to pitch this thing at the same time. It came out at the same time as Aliens by James Cameron
Oh.
and got obliterated at the box office. Like, made a big loss.
Oh, right.
And yeah, it's only sort of within the last 10, 20 years it's become sort of regarded as a bit of a cult classic movie.
All right. It was good.
Yeah, and on Rotten Tomatoes, 79% critics, 82% audience score.
Oh.
So it's well regarded.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad that it's got a higher score than
Roadhouse
and Running Man, which are, in my opinion, far better movies. Yeah.
Maybe because it's got Kurt Russell in.
Yep, it's got a great cast: Kurt Russell, Kim Cattrall,
Yeah.
Dennis Dun, and James Hong.
Kim Cattrall looks amazing in this film.
Well, that's one of my highlight notes.
That's why you liked it when you were a kid,
Yeah.
I reckon.
I just didn't realise why. Didn't know what was happening in my little pants when Kim Cattrall was on the screen. Yeah. It's directed by John Carpenter as well. An excellent director. Did The Thing, The Fog, Escape from New York.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really good horror director.
I haven't seen any of them.
Well, The Thing and Escape from New York will definitely be going up against
Okay.
Robin Hood at some point. I don't
I
know
look
about
forward
The Fog.
to it.
I don't think you'd like The Fog.
No. Sounds boring.
It's not boring. It just freak you out, I think.
Oh, yeah. No, let's not watch
it's
that.
quite spooky. The Thing's quite scary as well, but it's also kind of silly. So.
Okay. I don't mind silly and scary.
Yeah. As I said, bombed at the box office, recouped only half its budget. Critics destroyed it. It was kind of rushed out to compete with Eddie Murphy's The Golden Child, which is along a similar theme, and I think is shit.
What, Eddie Murphy's?
Yeah, The
shit?
Golden Child's really boring.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, it's not worth watching. And yeah, so for some reason they decided to release it alongside Aliens, so no one went to see...
Aliens?
Yeah, no one went to see this, no one went to see Aliens instead.
Yeah, I would rather have watched Aliens.
I know, who doesn't? So, could you describe the plot for us, please?
Okay. Drum roll. So, Kurt Russell is a lorry driver, and he drives into Chinatown, I presume, in San Francisco a lot, and he has a pal there, a Chinese man,
Yep.
and his dad.
What was his name?
I don't know. Yo Lin?
No, it was Wang.
Wang.
Yeah.
It's Wang. And his dad owns a fast food restaurant, Chinese restaurant, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, they play a game. He owes him some money, and he makes Wang come with him, and then they run into like this thing, a fight. Well, it's actually a funeral and a fight all in one.
Yeah, they run into a gang war.
Yeah, and then these weird dudes turn up who are like special beings.
The Lords of Death.
And, but I've missed the most important thing.
Yes, you have.
There's two girls with green eyes.
So
and one of them gets kidnapped at the airport.
So Wang and Kurt Russell go to the airport to meet Wang's fiancée.
Why are you interrupting my plot?
Just so people know what's going on.
Oh, right.
Okay, carry on.
And they go to the airport, and basically Wang's fiancée has got green eyes, and she's been captured by this old man who wants to be young again.
Yep. It's all technically true, yeah.
And so what happens is she gets kidnapped. They try and find her. They find her, don't they?
You've lost me now.
Yeah. You confused me. I'm
very sorry. Carry on.
Where shall we start from? So anyway, they They go and try and capture his girlfriend back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, save her, not capture her.
Mm-hmm.
And they end up going to this man's place, who is the one who's trying to live again because he's all old and horrible.
Yes.
So he will live if he kills the girl with green eyes. But he's tried many times before and not found the right one, which I think is a bit weird.
Yeah.
But yeah. So then, and then all his friends come along and try and help him to save this one girl. And then the two girls, what's her name?
Which one?
The blonde-haired one.
Gracie Law.
Yeah, Gracie Law.
Cattrall. Yeah.
Kim Cattrall gets captured too, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
And then Mr. Kurt Russell and Wang have to go and save them. And then they run into all sorts of things. Creatures and...
Yeah.
Yeah. And basically, at the end, they save her and the other girl. And he rides off in his truck and never comes back, I think. Even though he drives in there every week, probably. To drop some stuff off in Chinatown.
Yeah. So, in summary, you could say it's about Kurt Russell and his friend Wang attempting to rescue their respective girlfriends from an evil wizard.
Yeah, but then he doesn't even stay once he's rescued her.
That's not his
Kurt
way.
Russell, like, what's the big deal? She's smoking hot. Why wouldn't he?
It's a thematic thing, because it's supposed to be... It was originally supposed to be a Western. So a cowboy...
I can't imagine it as a Western.
Well, then that's a typical Western story, isn't it? The cowboy rides into town, so
Yeah.
he drives in with his truck. He deals
Yeah.
with a problem, and at the end of a Western,
Why
the
wasn't it a
cowboy
Western?
always rolls away. Budget. Yeah. And they did a lot of it to take place, like, indoors. And
yeah.
it's a lot cheaper to film things present day than it is.
Well, I think they used a lot of swimming pools as well, because
Yeah. I mean,
there's a lot of water scenes.
once they're off the streets of San Francisco, that film was shot entirely on a soundstage somewhere. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
I thought it was very good, though. The
Yeah.
effects were very good. The creatures were very good, even though they didn't pop up that often.
That's definitely... It's a John Carpenter staple.
I found the wizard men a bit weird, though. Like, a bit boring.
Yeah, I'll give you that. They're a bit sort of slow moving.
Yeah,
aren't they?
like...
Yeah, until the sort of final battle at the end, they don't really... they're not
Get
that
going.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I've written down some highlights.
Okay, go for it. I'll interrupt if I agree.
Yeah, I liked the beginning where Kurt Russell's driving in his truck and he's talking into the CB radio.
Oh, yeah. He's like
He's
a gangster, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like giving out advice to all
He's
the
like,
truckers in the area.
Oh, this is like raining.
Yeah, I always drive into the storm and things like that. And he's eating a giant sandwich, which I really enjoyed. Yeah. It's a good...
And he had sunglasses on and it was raining.
That's because he's
I'm
cool.
surprised he couldn't have seen anything.
If you were cool in the 80s, you always wore sunglasses.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's, like you said, he gets caught up in a gang war. There's a good kung fu fight in an alleyway.
There is.
Lots of exciting action.
You see, originally I thought those wizard men were there to help, but they were not.
They did look a bit like they were coming to break it up or something, but they're actually just there to kill everyone.
Yeah, what who knows?
So we had the fight scene, and Lo Pan arrives, the evil wizard.
Oh yeah, he's the dude that wants to kill the young girls for
He wants
their youth.
He wants to. Yeah, he needs to find a woman with grey eyes to marry. Green eyes, marry, then sacrifice, which will allow... He's like a ghost wizard man.
Yeah, because he did something, didn't he, in his past?
Yeah, he'd been cursed by an emperor.
Oh, yeah.
To not take on human form unless he gave sacrifices to the spirit of the emperor. I was laughing at Fran describing the plot. It is a bit all over the place.
It's far-fetched.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
They should have just had a simple plot like The Mummy.
Yeah. And although later on she isn't kind of that character, when Kim Cattrall's character, Gracie Law, I like her, she's a lawyer and her name is just Gracie Law.
I know.
Hello, I'm Gracie.
I'm Gracie Law. I'm your lawyer.
I just called her a woman lawyer. But yeah, she's looking very, very sexy. Kim Cattrall arrives.
She is, yeah.
And for the beginning of the film, she's mainly there to tell us what's going on really quickly. So if you miss a single bit of what she says, you're like, oh, what the fuck's going on?
In the beginning I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, you weren't alone. I haven't seen this film since I was a child.
Yeah.
And I had no idea for large parts of it what they were trying to do.
Hard.
Yeah, I agree. It is. Yeah, at the beginning of the film, obviously, they go to the airport.
Yeah.
And Wang's girlfriend is abducted. So they immediately go and try and rescue her. It doesn't go so well.
No.
But they all escape, thanks to Kurt Russell. Well, and mainly thanks to Wang.
He's a very good kung fu artist.
He is. Everyone in it is a very good kung fu artist.
Yeah.
And Kurt Russell's really good at like playing a kind of bumbling
idiot.
fool. Yeah. I must admit.
He has a good shot there at times.
Yeah, he's always kind of handy.
And he does do the whole knife thing into the bloke's head at the
end.
Good
with knives, yeah.
Yeah.
I must admit, without Kurt Russell, this film would have been awful.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been unwatchable. Yeah, he's very good in every scene he's in. He brings the whole thing to life. He's very funny, charismatic.
I do like him.
Yeah, his character's really amusing and interesting. I really liked him. It's John Carpenter, so all the like dead body effects. And creepy monsters.
When they're swimming through the water bit, isn't it?
The magic and things all look really good. Yeah, there's a bit where they're having to swim through an underwater
upside down people.
Yeah, upside down, skinned alive bodies. All very creepy and makes things jump out at you. And Kurt Russell and Wang have a really good chemistry as well.
They do.
They've got a lot of good back and forth. Very good 80s action, like kind of buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of banter. Very good.
But like in Cobra.
Yeah, it was
a bit
not
like
so much with Cobra, because he's kind of
what?
quiet, isn't he, in Cobra?
Is he?
Sylvester Stallone, yeah.
Is he quiet? No, he's not.
He has the odd bit of banter.
He's stealthy.
Sly was
Don't
never
mock
that.
him.
Although, if you want to see great banter with Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell, you got Tango and Cash.
I've not seen that.
You've not seen Tango and Cash? Right,
No.
Next week we'll be watching Tango and Cash. You heard it here first.
How do you know all these films?
I told you I'm an expert.
I must have grown up in like a hovel or something.
I grew up in a bubble called South Africa. Quick, hide the films. Don't let the servants touch them.
So mean. My parents were not like that.
Who gave them? There's a very amusing scene where Kurt Russell's in a wheelchair.
Oh yeah, that was good. Where he goes off backwards,
and he gets
down
pushed backwards down a ramp. Yeah.
And then nearly ends up in a well.
It's like two guards at the bottom of the ramp, and they're about to shoot him, and he hits them with a wheelchair as he rolls back.
Yeah.
And he just both like zooming off, like, flying into the wall.
I don't know how they did that, but it was very good.
Stuntman and rubber walls.
Maybe, yeah.
More than likely, yeah. So that was funny. There's a really funny little touch when, was it Eddie, the guy from the restaurant, is like the bumbling fool kind of character, and he comes to help Wang rescue the girls from Lo Pan.
Oh yeah, I know which scene you're gonna do.
And he finds 3 guns. It's got like a really cool little Uzi, a shotgun, and a tiny little pistol.
Yeah.
And a little pistol.
Yeah.
And so they all start off like in the wrong order.
Oh yeah.
So Eddie's got like the bigger gun, and Kurt Russell's got the smallest one, and they just sort of subtly pass them amongst themselves until Eddie's got the smallest gun. It was just a really good little touch.
I thought that was really good.
Yeah, that was really funny. Then Kurt Russell thinks he's like masterminded their escape. He's like, yes, if we go out through this tunnel and like we go this way, you know, like ends up exactly where they started, all surrounded by henchmen.
Yes.
That was funny when he opens the door and they're all waiting for him. So once they get the girls out, Gracie Law is sadly kidnapped by a scary monster. And that's when Lo Pan realises that she's got green eyes as well.
I know.
So he can have his cake and eat it. He can have a wife and
two
a sacrifice.
women up for grabs. Greedy bastard, isn't he?
How dare he think
you
he
think,
can
right?
steal
If it was me,
Gracie Law.
I would have gone, I'll have one first, see how that works out, and if it doesn't work out, then I'll have the other one.
Yeah, keep a backup.
Yeah.
What's that thing that girls do? Is it you have like a backup guy, don't you?
No, you don't.
No? I thought all girls had a backup guy.
Oh, what, like a casual guy?
Oh no, like, you have the man you like. But
Yeah.
you keep like a guy in the friend zone, just in case you need him.
I never did that.
No, because you're nice, but some girls do that.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Mm.
You obviously don't know that many
No, evidently.
nice guys.
What, are you trying to say you haven't got one saved up just in case?
No.
No?
Maybe a gay friend.
He's not going to marry you, is he?
No, but just a friend.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, you mean like a...
You never known any girls to keep a backup guy?
No.
No, you obviously only know nice people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
I'm sure they did do it, but maybe I didn't realise.
I've definitely known a few girls that have kept backup guys.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, he could have had a backup girl. But he didn't.
He didn't.
No.
He wanted to use them both at the same time. Cash in, double.
As Wesley Snipes says in Blade, some motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill.
Oh, God.
And Lopan was definitely a motherfucker who was trying to
uphill
ice
with
skate
weights
uphill. Anyway, Gracie Law is kidnapped.
What weights would you want on?
Well, I don't know why you'd have weights on at all. It's hard enough ice skating uphill.
Well, you know, it's an extra little bit harder.
So Gracie Law is kidnapped by an ape.
No, it's not an ape.
It's like
a wolf ape.
It's an ape suit with a monster face stuck to the front. It's the least exciting monster in the whole thing.
Yeah, he is freaky though.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, especially when you just see his arm coming out and things like that.
He grabs it with his long
and
nails.
you see him at the end. He's attached to Kurt Russell's truck.
I know.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
No.
Because there's a sequel to this coming out. It's quite soon with The
Oh,
Rock.
yeah.
So I'm hoping it begins with Kurt Russell just handed his truck over to The Rock and this ape monster just jumps out.
And he goes,
So I've been waiting there for 30 years.
no one's got time for this.
Yeah, I'd like to see The Rock fight an ape monster.
Oh yeah, he will.
I've kind of already seen that in Rampage though. But he doesn't fight the ape in Rampage.
I've not seen that.
You're not missing anything.
No, you said it was shit,
Yeah,
so I
it was a
don't
bit
bother.
shit, yeah. So yeah, because Gracie Law's been kidnapped by an ape, they have to gang together with the good gang from Chinatown, who are very greased up.
Very.
They look like they're covered in baby oil.
Looks like they've gone for a run before they ended up on set.
Well, maybe they had to rush to help, so they had to run through Chinatown.
No, they just sprayed them with spray bottles.
Covered in baby oil. It looks a bit like a gay porno is about to start.
You know, when they're all there with like their dirty faces and their greased up arms, they're all just going to go the Velcro off.
Yeah, it's going to be like Magic Mike. Yeah. So they gang up with the greased up gangsters.
Yeah.
And they go down into the sewers, which have become like...
The swamp.
Yeah.
Like in Star Wars.
Well, yeah, a bit like, oh God, where does Yoda live now? The Dagobah system. Yeah, it looks a lot like Dagobah. I did know it. I had to rack my mind. Had to look into the data
Getting
banks.
rusty, are we?
Someone deleted the entry from the archive memory. Yeah, it does look a lot like Dagobah.
Someone's just forgetting.
Someone's getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah. You.
No, I'm not.
No, of course not. And while they're down in the sewer, a big fish pops out and eats one of the gangsters.
I know. He does look like, you know, those in China they have like those colourful fish on all walls.
It was like a carp.
It's like a carp, wasn't it?
It was a quality prop, and because John Carpenter's a good director, you don't see it for too long to go, yeah, that looks really fake.
Shit.
Just pops out, grabs the man,
and then his legs are sticking out the other.
Yeah, and that looked good too. Yeah, it's a good bit of horror.
It's like when we watched that crocodile film.
Lake Placid.
No, Lake Placid versus Anaconda or whatever it was, and all the girls like had their legs sticking out the crocs, didn't they?
But that looked a lot faker than this because that was done with CG. Yeah. I preferred the koi carp eating the man.
This was much better. Good quality.
Good quality effects. Yeah. And then an even cooler monster arrives when they break into like Lopan's bit, the Guardian, who's like a little floating ball full of eyes.
Oh, he's like a little, little
with
snitcher,
a little
isn't
face.
he?
Yeah, he can see everything Lopan can see.
Yeah.
So he's like a surveillance camera.
I would have kicked him because he's the size of a football.
Yeah, I don't know. He's all creepy looking though. I don't think.
Or hit him with a baseball bat.
Kurt Russell shoots him. That works just as well.
Yeah, he gets away though.
Yeah, he just kind of spins around and flies off.
Yeah.
But then he just dies anyway, doesn't he? During the battle, you just see him sort of lick his face and die.
He didn't die.
Did he not die?
He was just licking his face.
Just licking his, having a little lick. Little face lick.
Yeah, a little
Nothing wrong
weirdo
with
face.
that. Yeah, so I liked him too.
Yeah, all the creatures were good.
And before the final battle, they break into Lopan's office and have shots in.
Oh yeah, the Chinese. What's his name?
So
the
it's
older
like
man.
a friendly wizard who's in charge of.
And he stands behind the bar, doesn't he?
He's got like magic potion for them all.
Yeah,
And once they've drunk this potion, the effects of it seem to be exactly the same as MDMA.
Yeah. Oh, I feel good.
Is it hot in here? Yeah, and then the battle begins, and Kurt Russell triggers it by shooting his gun into the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
And gets knocked out by falling debris.
Yes, that was funny.
Yeah.
I like that
The
bit.
battle itself is all good, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good 20 minutes,
yeah.
well, 15 minutes.
Yeah, 10-15 minutes of good sort of old school kung fu. Lots of people jumping up in the air,
flying around,
spinning kicks, and and the whole way through, Kurt Russell doesn't really do much.
No, he doesn't.
No, but it's because he's doing comedy stuff. No, he obviously he knocks himself out, and once he's into the battle, he has to fight one of those guys in a suit of armour. So he sticks his knife through his boot, kicks him, and then the knife falls on him, and he can't get up for ages.
And then he he does kill the man in the end.
Yeah. Well, he kills Lopan.
Yes, he does.
And saves
very well,
Gracie.
actually.
Yeah.
He throws a knife at him, it bounces off him and hits the gong thing, and then Lopan throws it back at him, and he catches it.
And returns it right into his forehead.
Right between the eyeballs.
Yeah. What I found quite weird was that like Lopan dies first, and then they have to kill off his evil wizard henchman.
Well, they're not really part of him, are they?
No. And one of them swells up to an enormous size and explodes.
Oh yeah, he explodes.
Yeah. That's again really good effects for that. Like when it just sort of cuts to his face and it's all really swollen up. Yeah, the monster effects are all brilliant.
Yeah, they are very good.
So yeah, that's evil defeated.
Yeah.
As an exploding man, and that's pretty much the end of the film. Kurt Russell drives off in his truck, leaving Kim Cattrall unsexed. Doesn't even sex her up.
I know.
Doesn't even give her a kiss goodbye. Yeah. But all the way through the movie, he is just saying, "I just want to get my truck back." And maybe he just wanted to get his truck back. Maybe he really wasn't.
Though.
He just wasn't interested.
Maybe.
I mean, Kim Cattrall's sexy and all.
Maybe he's gay.
Could be gay. We don't know anything really about his backstory.
So, what is your favourite part?
My favourite part? Definitely, I think, the exploding man.
Oh, you see, I like it where they swap the guns between all three of them.
It's a lovely little moment.
Yeah, that's a brilliant moment. I like that moment.
Little touches like that. I think in modern action films, they take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping Hobbs and Shaw has a lot of that kind of stuff in it. Yeah.
Of course they will. Jason Statham and The Rock.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I think
they're going to do that loads.
The Rock's a really good choice for the sequel because he can definitely play the kind of character Kurt Russell plays in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the sequel.
It's going to be funny.
It's going to be good, hopefully.
Yeah. And even if it's not, it'll be funny.
Yeah. Anything with The Rock is usually quite watchable. That guy knows how to pick a script. Yeah. So, what was your favourite part? Oh, we said.
Yeah, I already said.
Who was your favourite character?
Oh, I would say. Who's yours?
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, I was going to pick him, but.
Yeah, you can pick him as well if you want.
Yeah, he's just so funny.
Yeah, without him, the film would have been god awful.
Yeah, I really like him. I'm picking him.
Yeah, he's the charisma that carries the whole thing, really.
And he looks so good.
He's a handsome devil in this, yeah.
Yeah, very handsome.
Well, crucial question, even though we know the answer to it.
Yeah.
Is it better than Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves?
No.
No, it's not. I would say Roadhouse and The Running Man are better. You disagree, obviously, but I don't think this is better than Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves either. But it's too late now. We've watched it. So next week we're going to watch Tango and Cash.
Yes. Or Ice Sharks.
Or Ice Sharks. Well, Ice Sharks is my emergency movie.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, if I can't find anything
really
that
why
week.
I want to watch it.
You just really want to watch Ice Sharks, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. I think you'd be disappointed. I think it'd be like Lake Placid versus Anaconda.
Oh, okay.
But Tango and Cash, if you've never seen that, I think this could steal the crown. We'll see.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. Well, as I said, we need to celebrate the 4th of July a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well, even though today is the 5th of July, so I thought, what better time to get the time phone out
Yeah, then the day after.
Well, yeah, the day after, because if I use it on July the 4th, everyone's going to be too busy celebrating. So I thought I'll call up Thomas Jefferson,
Yeah.
one of the original signatories of the Declaration of Independence, which was signed on July the 4th in 1776 after 442 days of war with Britain in the American War of Independence. So it was all over, and he'd had a celebration.
It was very sad, that much war.
It's actually relatively short compared to other wars. It's just over a year.
Yeah.
A year and a half. Year and a quarter, yeah. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we ring him up?
So, yeah, let's fire up the time phone and we'll see how Thomas Jefferson's feeling on July the 5th, shall we?
Yes.
What is... hello?
Hello, Mr. Jefferson.
What is this device in my outhouse?
It's a telephone.
How does it work?
You talk in it.
I see. It's very impressive. Are you in a big house?
Sort of. Can I ask you some questions?
I suppose I'm not going anywhere.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You sound a bit poorly.
I'm in the outhouse. It's quite a long evening.
Oh, okay. Do you mind us asking you some questions? Is that alright?
Fire away.
Morning then. How are you feeling today after the July the 4th?
I do declare that I have a raging hangover. I partook in far too much ale and fine wine last night. Alas, I'm speaking to you from my outhouse. A colleague from Mexico had made a batch of something called a chili. Towards the end of the evening, I became somewhat hungry and spread this concoction on a long strip of sausage meat in a hot breaded bun with a little cheese. It was delicious and most satisfying to the palate of the inebriated man. George Washington and I ate several of them, and I said, I hold this truth to be self-evident. Chili dogs fucking rule.
Wow, thank you very much for that. Why did you call them a chili dog?
Well, don't tell Washington, but the sausage meat was actually made from dogs. What? Are you okay?
Dog, as in dog.
Well, meat has been scarce during these long years of war. All men are created equal, but some are more proficient at eating dog meat smeared with Mexican chili.
Does that mean you and Washington are a little ill today?
Oh, we are endowed by the Creator certain unalienable rights. Luckily, these rights include access to a fine outhouse. Washington and I have made frequent trips to the latrine to dispose of vomits, and if you will excuse me revealing such things to a young lady, large amounts of liquid excrement that, thanks to the inclusion of some Mexican spices, has quite frankly turned my asshole redder than a redcoat's jacket.
That sounds awful. What will you be doing today?
Well, if you must know, Washington and I will be continuing our unalienable right to pursue the pursuit of happiness and enjoy both life and liberty. One of my French allies, Monsieur L'Oreal, has gifted me some fine lotions and balms from Paris. Washington and I will be smearing these potions liberally on one another's back openings before we begin again to celebrate our liberation from the hated British oppressors. Well, tonight we will rub our victory in the faces of the British by feasting on food from their last remaining great colony, India. Soon that will be free as well, and we will toast their future success with more ale and generous helpings of this curry dish made from the flesh of goats and cooked quickly on a low heat. Now, if you'll excuse me, I feel a bout of flatulence coming along. Oh, good Lord. Excuse me, my love. Oh, dear. Oh, Lord, help me. Oh, do you have anything more for me?
No, that's, I'll just leave you to it, shall we?
If you wouldn't mind leaving me to my latrine duties, my love.
Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure. Happy 4th of July to you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
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 I'm just going to hang out. Thanks, Mr. Jefferson. Bye. Oh, well. He wasn't in a good way, was he?
No, he had the squirts.
Yeah. Well, that's what will happen.
That's what happens if you dog meat.
Chili.
Serves him right.
Yeah, chili dog meat on a hot dog of dog meat.
Poor dogs.
Yeah, and then he said he was going out for a curry. Dear God.
Needed some Vaseline.
Did he live past July the 6th? Him and George Washington are going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you enjoy speaking to Sir Jefferson?
Yeah, he was alright. I don't think he was in the right frame of mind.
No, I feel like maybe we should have asked him a little bit more about the history of the time, but he was mainly...
He was otherwise engaged.
Yeah, if you were on the toilet, I should have probably called him a bit later in the day.
Yeah.
Then he would have been drunk again. He said he was going out on the Ming.
Yeah. Drunk people was no good to talk to.
Maybe I'll try him in next week, see if he's got his mind back in the game.
Yeah, it's alright then.
Alright, okay. That's all we have time for this week on Better Than Robin Hood. We've once again failed to find a film that is better than Robin Hood.
You never will.
I will.
You never will.
Tango and Cash is better.
It's not.
Yeah, it is. Next week, Tango and Cash. If you feel that you've found a movie that is better than Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, then don't forget to get in touch. For the time being, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Pete and Fran Pod.
Yes.
You can email me, petelanghelt30@gmail.com.
For any films you want us to watch.
Yeah, if you think you've got one. Langhelt is spelled Langhelt. Helt, that is correct. Again, there'll be no extra content this week because I've got nothing in the pipeline. Still busy working on changing the podcast name and websites and all good stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah. There'll be a normal episode next week. And the week after that, there'll be a best of the Time Phone and celebrity interviews because we won't be here. We're going to be out partying at Tramlines Festival in Sheffield.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So if you see one of those pop up, don't worry. We're not dead.
We're just busy, having fun.
Busy partying and we have no time to do a podcast. So that is why. So thanks for listening. Thanks again for the good feedback this week. Had some very positive feedback about golfing with Morgan Freeman. A lot of people enjoyed that. Hope you liked bowling with Julia Roberts.
Yes.
Yeah, and there'll be more of this silliness next week.
Plenty more.
All right, thanks for listening, everyone. Bye. 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 Bye.